Hi everyone, it's Bev DeBono, and I have a really great tip for us. And it is using a one sheet of contrasting paper and cardstock for your back, and you can make this great design. So I've done it using three different papers just to show you how fun this is and how different it can look each time you do it. So you see, I've decorated them in different ways. And this is with the newest Croptoberfest one. So what you want to do is make sure that, and if you want to use just one sheet of paper, I love it because you can use one sheet of paper that's double-sided that has a lot of contrast. So I am going to use this striped paper from Croptoberfest, and the other side is this nice, beautiful brown. So this has a lot of contrast, and I'm going to use that. Now, if you don't have paper with a lot of contrast, then just use two different sheets. But I like to use one with a lot of contrast because this way I am really maximizing my paper. Then you need a base on which to create your design. So to start, what we want to do is we want to cut our big sheet into a square, and the measurements on that are 9¼ by 9¼ So let us open our arm on our trimmer, and I'm going to put this at the 9¼ mark. And I'm going to cut once. This is with the straight blade. Turn to the left, put it at 9¼ again, and cut that at the 9¼ mark. That is going to form the middle of your base right there. Now with the remaining strips, what we want to do is we're going to try to create, and this is a little sample I've cut, we're going to try to create these strips, and they're going to measure 1 inch by 8¼ And we're going to cut those from what is remaining because we're going to be using the other side, the side that has the big contrast. So we need 4 strips that measure 1 inch. So we can get 2 out of each of our strips. So let's go ahead and cut 4 strips of 1 inch width. So 4 strips. And, this other piece is scrap. So we just need 4 strips of 1 inch width. And now what we're going to do is create this bevel edge here. And we're going to use our wonderful Creative Memories trimmer. So we have our first strip that we've cut at 1 inch. And we're going to now turn it and put it all the way to the top, and we're going to cut it to 8¼ 8¼ So let's go ahead and put that at 8¼ and let's cut that. Now I'm going to take that piece that's 8¼ and I'm going to slide it down. Just watch me. I'm just going to slide it down, and I'm going to go to this 45-degree angle on my trimmer. You see that 45-degree angle line on my trimmer. And I'm just going to put my piece of paper right on that 45-degree line. And then I'm going to line up the upper point so that that will now go on my cut line. So the upper point is going to go on my cut line. And the rest of the strip is on the 45-degree angle. So once you have that at your cut line and at the 45-degree angle, just like that, you're going to close your arm. And I like to cut it from the bottom up. And you have a nice, beautiful point. Now to get the point, and you have to think about this because we want the bevels to both be going in exactly the same direction. So the fastest way, the easiest way to do this is to take what we just cut, turn it towards you, so flip it forward, then turn it all the way around, spin it around, and now you have that other point at the cut line and your strip lined at the 45-degree. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. This is what we just cut. And you see we have that, the point is right at the upper edge here. Flip it towards you and then spin it all the way around, spin it to the left all the way around until now your top point goes to your cut line and your strip is on the 45-degree angle. And go ahead and cut. Okay, so you want both of those bevels to be facing in the same direction. I mean, both bigger pieces up at the top. All right, and we're going to do that 3 more times. So take your next strip. First, we're going to cut it to 8 1/4. 8 1/4. It's already 1 inch. Now we're going to cut it to 8 1/4. And now slide it down so that it's on your 45-degree angle and your top point is at your cut line. Your top point is at your cut line. And go ahead and cut. And you're going to get such a nice, precise point. With this trimmer, you get such a beautiful point that you can do these bevel edges. Flip it over towards you and then turn it all the way to the left and do it again. Line it up on the 45-degree angle. Your very tip near the top there and cut. The third piece, line it at the 8 1/4 inch. Line it up at the 45-degree angle. Tip at your cut line. Bottom up. Flip it towards you. Put your finger there and spin it around like a little, like a dial, I guess. Line it back up to the cut line. 45-degree angle. There you go. Last one. You have your 1 inch. Line it up to 8 1/4. Slide it down to your 45-degree. Top point at your cut line. Flip it towards you. Finger in the middle. Spin it like a dial. Line it back up to the cut line. And then cut. Okay, and there we go. And that's all the cuts that you have to make for this piece. So I'm going to make sure that I have that all my edges are facing exactly the same. I'm going to put it this way so it's easier to see on the mat. Oops. But all my points are going in the same direction, and that's what we want. Okay, And now we're just ready to assemble. So let's take our 9¼ inch square, and we are going to tape that right into the middle of our base. And I kind of eyeball it. So this is 9¼ inches. So you're going to be at about, 1¼ inch in and over on all edges. And then what I want to do is I'm going to now take my strips and I'm going to turn them so that the longest piece is going to go at the 6-inch marks. Okay, so the long piece, the longer side is going to go to the 6-inch marks. And it's going to be just shy of the 6-inch, but at least this way you can know where it is. I'm just going to line them up. So you want to start near your 6-inch, and you see how nice those bevels are. And you can make those nice points. Okay, and once you have them positioned, then you're ready to tape them down. Now, I always find that the last one, I may have to move it around a little bit. So definitely use repositionable tape on these. It will make it easier. Sometimes that last one, you may have to just overlap it just a little bit. It's, that's just how it is. Okay, so I'm just going to move over to my silicone here. I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to now just use my repo tape. And I want to get my repositionable tape is going to put these little micro dot pieces of tape only where there is paper. So I can get right up to the points here, that beveled point, and it's not going to go over. But I like having that all the way to the point because I don't want it lifting up in my album. And then just go ahead, and now you're ready to tape those all down. And like I said, there might be one that you just have to lift up and overlap just a little bit more. That's not a problem. And it just is a fast page. And you can decorate your corners. And or if you want, you can just decorate the top. And it makes a very beautiful title page or something that's for special pictures. Yep, this is what I mean. This one here, I'm going to have to just lift up just a teens and move it. And I just use my multi-purpose tool. No worries, it all comes out great. Okay, so there you go. That is your base for your page. And now we just need to decorate, and you are all done. So you don't, like I said, you don't have to put a border piece on it. You could just decorate the top. This one I just, it was actually a mat that I cut and then just put little pearls on the top. This was using Endless Meadows. And then these I just decorated the opposite corners. So you see how fun it is and what a quick and easy page it is to do. So I hope you liked the technique. It is just, I don't even know what to call it. It's just the beveled edge square. And tell me which one you like better. Do you like my Croptoberfest owl? Do you like the Love Endless Meadow Spring? Or do you like the sunflowers? I hope you join me again soon. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Bev DeBono Designs, and I have lots of videos. I usually post one a week with some quick and easy tips for you. Okay, bye-bye for now.